guys, welcome back. I was just checking my incense. I wanted to make sure it wasn't burning my cupboard. Anyway, whatever. Alright, we're doing what the heck is going on, Virgos. So let's see what the heck is going on. Don't mind the hair, it's getting bigger by the hour. You guys know the routine. If you guys have been here for a while, I washed my hair the day before, which is actually still wet from last night, from the back. Yeah, it's still wet. I let it dry and then I straighten it. So if my hair is bigger than a country singer, it's just what we have to do. Sacrifices need to be made. And that's what we're doing. Alright, what the heck is going on, Virgos? You know what? I'm just remembering that every time I do your guys' reading lately is nothing. It's really difficult to get a card. So I don't know if you guys don't want to talk or if the universe wants to be real specific. Look at it. It's like my 4th time shuffling. Alright, there we go. That's too many. I'm not taking all that. I'm not taking all that. Reflection, I'm going to take that one. That's it. You guys got reflection. I feel like right now you guys are doing almost like a life review. You guys are going back on decisions made, on choices you guys have made in life, in relationships, in friendships, the decisions that you guys have made, and why. Why have those been made? Why? I feel like you guys have been through some shit. Really. And I feel like you guys are going back through your life choices to understand why the fuck did I do that? And why did I get with this person? And why did I do that? And blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's good to look at things, you know, because hindsight is 20/20, but at the same time, it's good to look at things and understand that the reason things happen a lot of the time was because it was meant to happen. There was lessons to be learned. Heart chakra, yeah, it's helping you open up your heart chakra. It's helping you open up and understand things from a different vantage, a different point of view. Which is allowing you to heal, to be honest with you. But really understanding that the choices that you made, and I think I said this in, what sign was it? Was it Cancer? I think I said this in Cancer's reading. But a lot of the choices that you make are based off of, it really is like nature versus nurture, right? We really do tend to choose, at least at the beginning when we still haven't healed and we're still going through things, that we tend to choose people that mirror our conditioning as young children. They'll either mirror our parents or they'll mirror somebody in our life, right? And unfortunately, when we're younger, they are going to mirror like unhealthy behaviors, unless you're like really healthy at a young age, which congratulations for you if you're healed at a young age. I know I've been through trauma and I'm 43 still. I've still been through trauma. So yeah, it's conditioning, and we tend to choose people that we think is a different poison from our childhood, but really, or is less poisonous, it's different, but it really is just the same poison, but like in a different dressing, if that makes sense. Freedom. Yes, yes, Virgo, yes. I'm on one today. Yes, Virgo. Yes, this is bringing you freedom. And the kind of freedom I feel like is needed for you guys or you guys are going through is the kind of freedom of giving a shit, honestly. Really, honestly, there is not, like, if I had an ex come back, an ex, like somebody I actually dated, actually like went through some shit with, and they came in and said, you know, oh, I'm here, I'll support you, I'll do this, I'll buy your new car because my car's transmission just went to shit, I'll do this, I'll do that. I'd rather fucking walk. I'd rather fucking do anything than give away my sovereignty and give away my freedom. I'd rather be broke every day for the rest of my life than ever lose my freedom, because that is the one of the main things that, you know, gives me joy. I'm free. I'm free of having to answer to other people. I'm free of having to fucking pretend to be something I'm not. I'm free of trying to be kind to people that don't deserve it. I am who I am, and I will treat you exactly how you deserve, right? Especially people that are pieces of shit, or that are manipulative, or try to pretend that they're something they're not. Because really, people will show you who they are, and most of the time, I don't know why I'm getting this for you, but I feel like I don't know. I'm gonna move on. But freedom, and I don't mean that with every relationship, because there's lots of healthy relationships where you're free to be yourself. Hey, I'm going out. Okay, bye. Have a good time. You know, like, it's a natural freedom. Just because you're in a healthy relationship will allow you to have your freedom, right? We are not meant to be chained up. Just because you're with someone doesn't mean that you have to be puppeteered or be, you know, no. Alright, let's go deeper, Virgos. Yeah, it says the energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold explorations. Yeah, freedom to explore the world. I don't even feel like this is a thing about relationships. I feel like it's a freedom to explore with hot moon extremes. It's 5. There's changes. I feel like that's interesting. I feel like, Virgos, you guys are dealing with passion, but not love. It's lust, not love. Which is, I mean, I guess if that's what you want. But it feels like your soul is starving. You're feeding, it's like, what is it, that one test where the hamster would hit, you're like the hamster that would hit the pleasure button instead of the feed button, and your soul is dying. That's so weird. Leo got this. Patience. This card. Let me get out a couple more. Oh my god. No, that's too many. Power. I'll take this one. And wisdom. Leo got a lot of the same cards. I don't know. And then beauty. The bottom of hunger. Okay, your reading is a little bit. Now my nose is starting to itch because it's getting very deep. You have a lot of master numbers. So I feel like you're meant to master something. With this, I'm getting there's a lot of lust. There's a lot of and if this reading is not for you, then it's not for you. Don't take it if it's not, but I'm going to read it the way it's coming out. There seems to be a lot of valuing beauty and things that are not actually, I'm not saying beauty is not valuable, but it's not the end all be all. You can have a fruit that looks beautiful on the outside and it's rotten on the inside, okay? I'm not saying that somebody can't be beautiful and be healthy as well, but I feel like for whoever I'm reading for, Virgo, you guys are valuing beauty on the outside and not giving a shit what's on the inside. And I feel like whatever you're dealing with or whatever you've been dealing with, a lot of the things that you've been valuing is stuff on the inside. And I'm just hearing stuff, right? It's giving the Grinch, where like in Christmas he's like, Christmas is just about gifts. It's not about the gifts. It's about the feeling, right? It's about how does it make you feel? How does something make you feel, Virgo? Not only how does something make you feel, but if you took away beauty, if you took away money, if you took away clothing, what would you or another person offer? What would they bring to the world? What would you be without clothing and labels? What would you be without money? What would you be without all those things that society deems it makes you important, a great person, or somebody to value? What would you bring? If we lived in a society where it was, equal give and take, where really we should be living, like, that's the truth, what could you do? Let me give you an example. If we lived in a society where, we could barter and have our own land, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd have the Garden of Eden. I could make homemade everything. I can sew. I can make natural medicines out of herbs. And I'm fucking smart. I'm the goddamn table, right? Take away the money. Take away all that stuff, because all that stuff is fake. Labels. What's a label? What's a label? What's a label? The only reason a diamond is valuable is because they've made it valuable. If everybody had diamonds, it wouldn't even be valuable anymore. If you look at economics, let's say everybody had tons of diamonds, it would become irrelevant. What makes something valuable? Society norms, labels of clothing, labels of, what is it? Excuse me. Right now you're feeling an energy of heat, a feeling of extremes. You're feeling an extreme amount of passion. They're asking you to have patience, because you are coming into your power. You're coming into your power, but of yourself, right? Because that really is where the power is. Where you understand yourself and where you have the knowledge of what you have to offer, who you are, what you bring to the table, understanding that the outside world means nothing. It really isn't. It's just stuff. Really, the value is within what you have to offer. And that's bringing in wisdom. You're learning right now. You're mastering this lesson. 22 is a master number. Yeah, and because of that, you're starting to come into your power. You're starting to understand. I feel like you've been through some shit, Virgo. And I feel like you've been through some karma. You've been through some karma, and you've been through some lessons, and you're learning, right? Because your choices and actions in the past. Everybody goes through karma, right? Everybody. I fucking went, oh my god, everybody goes through karma, but I feel like you've recently been through some lessons, and you might even be dealing with some depression and some shit, right? But when you're going through depression, really, that is really your soul saying, like, we're hungry, but for things are not feeding us. Things are not feeding us. Like, when you're depressed, it's because your soul is saying, we're not happy. We need you to feed us. We need you. You're in the wrong room. Really, that's what it's saying. And I just heard using bodies as a scratching post. It's almost like you're trying to satisfy a need with the wrong thing. I'm hearing a lot of things with you. I'm hearing people pleasing. Listen, being the nice guy is not, it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anywhere. I'm not nice. And I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I'm not nice. I'm kind. I'm a lot of things, but nice anymore, I'm not. Because nice only gets you stepped over. Nice gets you fucking used. Nice gets you abused. I'm no longer nice. I'm kind. I'm giving. I'm loving to the right people, right? I'm not a people pleaser. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I don't care. I'll disassociate from any motherfucker that is trying to use me, that is messing up my life, that is putting me in any kind of experience that is fucking up my life. You gotta go. I don't give a shit who you are. My mom, baby daddy, I don't fucking care. The sun. Extremes. Yeah, you're coming into happiness. I feel like you guys have been in a depressed state, and there's something that's bringing joy into your life, some happiness. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is the universe saying, hey, we're trying to help you. This is divine intervention. This is the divine saying, here, we're stepping in and we're going to bring you happiness, because we can see that you're trying to get out of these situations. We can see that, like, they can see that there's change trying to be made, and the universe is trying to come in. Sorry, I had popcorn and I feel like there's popcorn in my tooth. Sorry, it was bugging me. There's nothing there, but I just felt like it was. I still feel like it is, but there's nothing there. Yeah, the universe is coming in and saying, hey, we're changing this. This is a gift from the divine. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is actually like God-given, right? With happiness. Yeah, because you have the Eight of Swords. You've been stuck in your head. I really do feel like you're mind fucking yourself. It's almost like you overthink yourself into like oblivion, or like into like a freeze. Almost where, where you have, I don't know if everybody else does this, but I do this. When I think of all the shit I have to do, so I just lay down. Because I'm like, I'm overwhelmed now. So I don't do that. What I'll do is I'll be like, okay, I just kind of erase everything that I have to do from my mind. And when I go into a room, like let's say I go to the bathroom, I'll look around and see if there's anything that I need to do in there, and then I'll do it, right? I'll leave the room. And that's kind of what I do. If I have to go downstairs, then I go downstairs and I'll look around and I'll be like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. I don't think about the list of things I have to do anymore, because really I would get overwhelmed and I'd just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna lay down because there's I'm overwhelmed. Yeah. It feels like you get yourself into a tizzy of overthinking, and you overthink yourself into almost a depression. Like, this isn't gonna work, this isn't gonna that, this isn't gonna that. Like, Just stop. I know it's easier said than done because I just said just. It's like people that that SNL skit where he's like, one time my son said he was depressed, and I said, don't do that. Do something else. He just likes the dark. Oh my god, that was with Pedro Pascal and Bad Bunny. That skit was so hilarious. He's like, yeah, one time my son was like, Mom, I'm depressed. And I was like, don't do that. Do something else. Okay. Percy. Anyway. Yeah, with the Eight of Swords here, it feels like you guys are you guys have been mentally stuck up in your head, but you guys are literally being offered the Sun, which is like the greatest card in the deck, right? Like the Sun. You're being given the Sun. And with the Ace of Swords, you guys are starting to see full clarity about the situations that you have chosen, your behaviors, your attitude towards certain things. Knight of Wands. Also, you know, your activity behind the scenes. I feel like you guys had player ways. You guys were, I'm telling you, a scratching post. Using other bodies as a scratching post. And what I mean by that is like basically trying to fulfill a need by using other bodies, if you get what I'm saying. Like you guys have been trying to fill a hole by filling a hole. Or filling a hole. Yeah, your behaviors behind, you know, Knight of Wands. A Knight of Wands, honestly, is like somebody that plays games, somebody like that doesn't take things seriously, that sleeps around. It can mean a lot of things, but really, in this case, it's almost like it's clarifying the wisdom. It's almost like looking behind your behaviors about going after one after another and looking for surface level characteristics, if that makes sense. Okay, but you guys are starting to see the truth about this. You guys are starting to see the truth about this, and it really is going to bring you happiness with the Sun here. You guys are hungry. You guys are hungry. You have the hunger card. But for something that you guys have been, you think you're hungry for something, but it's something else, right? You're hungry, so you're just eating junk food. But in like people. Yeah, with the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my god, this is the end all be all. This is like happiness in career, happiness in relationship. This is somebody that you could even be, you know, a power couple with. And even let's say this is yourself, which it doesn't seem like it, because you know you're looking for something, but you're looking in the wrong places. Oh my god, you're like, I'm gonna be healthy, and then go to the snack food section. Like, that makes no sense. With the Page of Pentacles, you can't plant seeds where you've been. Justice. With the Page of Cups and the King of Wands. Yeah. Yes. No. I still feel like this popcorn. There is no. Yeah, the seeds you feel like you've planted are not growing, and it's because the soil is infertile. I just heard you're fertile. You might even know that you're fertile because something might be going on. I don't know if you're the star. Wish fulfillment. With the Ace of Wands, you want wish fulfillment with someone who you're really attracted to. With the Eight of Pentacles, you want to work really hard. But the Three of Pentacles, you don't feel like there's an opportunity. Why? Judgment. You feel like there's been a cycle ended. There's been judgment called on you, on a situation, on... Let me ask for advice. What is Virgo's advice to do on this? What is Virgo's advice to do on this? Woo! 8 of Pentacles. Work at it. How do you want this? Yeah, it came out sideways. You need to work at this. You need to put the work in. You're not... 4 of Cups. Are you the victim, Virgo? Are you here like feeling like, woe is me? Nothing works out for me? I just heard, the reason I laughed, I just heard is, I've given so many signs and you think you're doing the most. This card came out sideways. You're not doing shit. You're not doing anything. You haven't actually done anything. You feel like what you're doing is enough to get maybe somebody's attention, but really you're like sending signals in a language that somebody doesn't understand. Look, if you're looking for, let's say this is a job too, this doesn't even have to be a person or a situation. Use your fucking words. Say it with your chest. If you have something to say it. Let me give you an instance. I don't do subtle hints. Do I pick up on them? Yes. I'm not going to answer to that. You either fucking send me a direct message and be a fucking man or woman, but I'm not going to cater to subtle hints. I know what you're doing, but if you can't even come up with a message and be like, hey, or a phone call, don't even waste your time. If you're trying to have, let's say, a job or a relationship, you drop a hint, hey, I'd really like this job, instead of saying, hey, you know what, I'm interested in this job, can you get me a fucking interview because I'm qualified, I'll get you my resume. Or to a person, hey, listen, I want to talk to you because I'm interested in you and I want to get to know you, let's go out, I'll do what I have to do. If you cannot even do that, how are you going to expect to have the 10 of Pentacles? You're being too passive. You're being too passive in your life. If you're dealing with someone that is using you, that is this and that and that and that, yo, you're being way too fucking passive in your life. You need to say that shit with your chest. Say it with your motherfucking chest. I'm not interested. I don't want to be with you. I'm interested. I want to talk to you. I want to go on a date. You're having throat issues. Throat chakra. This came out on this side. You feel like you're working at it, but you're not. Your hits are too subtle. I'm just telling you from my point of view. The fuck, Virgo? Okay. Say it with your chest, Virgo. 3 of Cups. And that will bring you together with whatever it is that you want. And it'll bring you freedom and abundance. Dude, your throat chakra is fucked. Y'all need to just say it with your fucking chest. Say what you gotta say. I don't know why you're so afraid of... What are you afraid of? Getting rejected? Fuck, I get rejected all the time. Shit. Who cares? What? That doesn't take away from who you are. If you're a good looking Virgo, if you bring shit to the table, that doesn't take anything from who you are. You know what I mean? All you're doing is losing opportunities because you're not fucking opening your mouth. Closed mouths don't get fed. Okay, Virgos? Alright, I'm gonna leave it here. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys soon. Bye.